This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
Overrated, underrated. What do you got today?
Overrated. Sitting or laying in the grass. Listen, I'm all about grounding. I think we should have our bare feet on the ground and feel one with earth. I do think it's like a natural way to energize the body. But have you ever really laid in the grass and had a good time? Ants are crawling all over you. Sometimes there's a spider. The grass can get itchy. You get sweaty. It sticks to you. It starts to make imprints of grass on your legs. Overrated.
Okay. I do feel like a nice lawn is pretty nice to sit in. Like, if you're in a dry lawn, then that's when you get itchy because you get the remnants.
Okay, so then you're getting grass stains on your outfit.
Well, if you're shimmying, what are you doing on this lawn?
Well, what do you want to do? You want to just sit completely still?
Okay.
It's overrated.
Okay, so sitting on grass, we're putting on the list. And yeah, I guess I'll agree that that's overrated.
Give me a lawn chair.
Mine is underrated, and I would say that I'd like to add breathing properly to the list, like through your nose specifically. So I have a deviated septum, and for some reason I'm prone to just having a plugged nose, too, on one side almost all the time. So let me this is going to sound a little weird, but...
You think you got the whistle going on right now?
Listen. Like, that's me just trying to inhale all the time. I deal with that.
Oh, yeah.
Just let me suck one big, where am I going with this? Breath of fresh air through my nose.
Have you tried trimming your nose hairs? Like, maybe they're in the way.
No, there's not enough of those that would be part of the issue. It's because I broke my nose. No, so I'm just breathing through my mouth. I'm a mouth breather. Anyway, for anybody that just gets to breathe in and out of their nose without thinking about it, that is an underrated thing.
Okay.
So you're a little bit worried. Now, listen, before you get into this, I think we do have to start with the fact that you're a borderline hypochondriac. So you do...
I think of the worst.
Constantly worry that... you're very ill or...
Well, my parents called me the boy who cried wolf when I was a kid, too.
That doesn't surprise me in the least.
I'd be like, Mom, my heart's beating. She'd be like, that's good, honey.
That's supposed to happen.
That's good.
Yeah, like you're convinced that you're going to blow your knee.
Yeah, well, I got a really bad knee.
But like...
It hurts.
You're doing things like walking up the stairs and you're like,
and it hurts.
Almost blew my knee. I'm like, no, you need to do a lot more than that.
When I get out of the car, it's a weird angle.
Yeah,
and it hurts.
Nobody under the age of 75 is blowing their knee just stepping out of a car. So if you're wondering if I sound like I have a bit of an attitude with this next story, it's because...
You're the one that has to deal with me. I'm like, Google this. Is this a problem?
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday I was in the backyard and I stepped on a rusty nail. Listen, it didn't puncture my skin and like go in my foot, but it was laying sideways and the top of the nail that's wider, that's what cut my foot. But like not a big cut, like the smallest little bit of blood.
So like what, did you wipe off blood? Or was it just like...
It was like a little bit coming out like slowly. And then I was watering the garden at that time. So I just like watered my foot down and forgot about it for a bit.
Okay.
But then I remembered that tetanus is a thing. I'm sure I got my shots when I was a kid, but like, I don't know my medical records or remember things. And yeah, so I went into a downward spiral yesterday.
Good word.
Well, I can't say that word very properly. That's another thing that's wrong with me. I always want to say downward spider.
So you're wondering if any experts listening, whether you're a medical expert or you step on things often expert.
Am I going to be okay? That's all I need to know. Can you just reassure me? Or do I have to go to a doctor? I'm just looking at my foot right now and like, I don't even see the hole.
You can't find the scratch.
I can't. It's not a scratch, Ryder. It was like a cut.
Okay.
Just a very, very small one.
Now, listen, this is why the boy who cried wolf thing is so accurate, because one of these times you're actually going to be onto something, and I'm going to feel like the biggest jerk ever for being like, no, I think you're probably all right. Nick says, absolutely I would.
Go get it checked? Like go to the doctor?
Oh, no, never mind. I think Nick got the wrong number.
Okay, well, that's not helping.
He did.
So,
it's the wrong number.
I just need your tetanus shot is good for 10 years, says Lindsay.
I feel like you should get another one. So,
Okay, well, but can I get a tetanus shot in between my COVID vaccines? Great, now I have to Google that.
I would go to a doctor just to be safe. One of these texts, I'm a sheet metal worker, and you should probably get a tetanus shot. All right, well, we have our answer.
But even if I go to the doctor, they're going to be like, where's the cut? And I'll be like, I don't know.
Well, you could still get the shot, right?
Okay.
And it's like preventative maintenance for if you actually step on a nail at some point and not just
Graze it.
graze a nail.
It was really rusty.
Okay.
Lindsay, not within 14 days of your COVID shot. Thank you. That's what I thought.
So what's more important right now?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So I think the next person you talk to about this should be a professional. Because, like, the rest of us are over here just going,
Well, I don't
you
know.
might want to, I wouldn't maybe.
Hey, Ryder, how's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
So there's something else that prevents tetanus.
What is it?
Shoes.
Kate, I was in the yard gardening. But you know what? It's true. I need to wear shoes when I do that because the entire time I'm out there, I'm just like trying to avoid the rocks or the little like pin things that fall off of the trees and then they stab your foot. But I took one step back without being cautious and there was a rusty nail.
That's all it takes, and now you've got lockjaw.
My biggest fear is getting lockjaw.
I wish.
No.
Your career's done now because you weren't wearing the shoes.
She'd be a lot more quiet over there with some lockjaw.
Ryder, I'm going to get you.
Play 107.
I have an update from yesterday's Tell Me Something Good. Las Vegas Raiders football player Carl Nassib announced on social media the other day that he's gay. Well, he has the top selling NFL jersey across the Fanatics network 2 days in a row now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Were you a little confused there? Did it say Las Vegas Raiders something something and you changed it for football player?
No.
Oh, I thought you might have been confused by his position.
No, what is his position?
LB. What do you think that stands for?
Oh, left. I don't know.
Linebacker.
I should have known that. That's really easy. Cool.
Tell me something good.
LLB is left linebacker. So
That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, nailed it. My story is pretty awesome for the majority of people that are up this time of day.
Okay.
If you were a coffee drinker, in the past, coffee has been found in studies to help aid in preventing certain cancers like melanoma and prostate cancer. But new study shows how beneficial it is on the liver. Coffee drinkers have a 21% reduced risk of chronic liver disease, 20% reduced risk of chronic or fatty liver disease, and 49% reduced risk of death from chronic liver disease.
Get that bean water, baby.
Bean water. I haven't heard it called that in a long time. That is a good line.
Tell me something good.
If I was Ben Affleck, I would be so grumpy right now.
What happened?
So rumors are swirling that he is planning to propose to J-Lo on her 52nd birthday.
When's her birthday? J-Lo birthday, July 24th.
So in a month, he is planning to drop to a knee and ask her to be his forever, or as far as celebrity marriages go, ask her to be his for about a year and a half.
Ryder.
Well, how many times has she been engaged and married? 45. Anyway, I would be very grumpy because I don't know who leaked this story, but is it like the person that's working at the jewelry store? Or did
That's so brutal.
paparazzi see him at a jewelry store?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like,
They saw him looking at the ring in his car.
it would be so frustrating to now for the next month, like, have to lie if she's like, so are you actually planning to propose? Like, no.
Well, maybe she doesn't read headlines.
Yeah, you'd see this one. I'm not paying much attention to these two, and I saw it. So
That sucks.
Just open up Twitter. She's probably going to see it.
I mean, people, their engagements get ruined all the time. It's normal.
You're just saying that
It's not
because
even
you've wrecked a couple.
just one. But it haunts me to this day.
What's that? It's a ring. I'm proposing to your sister. You're what? You're proposing?
Yeah, my sister overheard it. Because my voice is so loud.
Yeah. Yours also included your sister and brother-in-law. Alyssa, what happened?
They were away for the weekend on whatever, and I just had a feeling that my sister was engaged, so I texted her and I was like, "Are you engaged?" And she said, "No. Why would you say that?" I was like, "I don't know. I just had an overwhelming feeling that you were." And she was like, "Nope, definitely not." She was like, "He wouldn't even have time to have asked Dad or anything." And I was like, "What? What about this day? He could ask him then or them." And and then 20 minutes later, she sends me a picture of her ring.
Whoa. You have some crazy intuition.
Yeah, she was like, so he did an Easter egg hunt for her, and at the end was a ring. It was super cute.
So I bet she knew doing the Easter egg hunt. She was like, wait a minute.
She said, she said as soon as this super cute little Easter egg hunt thing was happening, she was like, wait a second.
Ever since then, do you keep your mouth shut when you have intuitions?
Yeah, sometimes now, I just...
I've often tried to find the positives over the last year and a half, which has been a little bit tricky at times. But I just read something that I thought was pretty awesome, that relationships could have very easily been bonded more during the pandemic because you had the pandemic to blame for things. So these experts in this study that I read are saying you need to be careful, though, as we
open up,
look ahead, that if you're feeling these anxious feelings or the stress of your normal day-to-day relationship, you no longer have maybe the we're spending so much time together, of course we're going to fight once in a while. Or you know what I mean?
That makes sense.
So just be aware of that and maybe try to come up with another scapegoat.
Yeah, what else could everyone blame? The moon.
Yeah, the moon's a good one.
Always blame the moon for your mood.
Exactly. Okay.
It works.
That's what we're going with.
I'm sorry I snapped at you. It's the moon.
Awesome.
107.
So Metallica is celebrating 30 years of the Black Album, one of the most iconic albums of all time, featuring Enter Sandman, Sad But True, Nothing Else Matters, just some legendary metal song.
Whenever I go golfing and my ball lands in the sand pit, I'll play Enter Sandman just to amp myself up to get that ball
out of that sand.
No, it ricochets and it comes right back in. But, we try.
So one of the cool things they're doing to celebrate the 30 years is the Blacklist, they're calling it, a 53-track tribute album featuring covers of their songs by other artists, and 100% of the proceeds are going to charity.
Love it.
The first one that I've heard that's dropped is Miley Cyrus doing Nothing Else Matters. Of course, it's awesome. Is so good.
Hannah Montana. She's come so far.
Honestly, who would have thought the two biggest rock artists right now are Miley Cyrus, formerly Hannah Montana, and Machine Gun Kelly, the rapper who got destroyed by Eminem in a rap battle. But
they're up there. They're up there for sure.
So I wanted to... We heard Miley do Metallica, but what would it sound like if Metallica did a Miley song? Now, as you know, Lisa, I do an okay James Hetfield impression. So I'm going to take a run at this if you don't mind.
Please. I think this is definitely the most impressive talent that you have.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
No, you set the bar way too high now.
Okay, I take it back then.
Thank you.
That's when the taxi man turned on the radio. The Metallica song came on. The Metallica song came on. Metallica song came on. Put my hands up to play my song. The butterflies fly away. Nodding my head like yeah. Moving my hips like yeah.
Yeah. was really, really good. I like that you were also pretending to hold a really big guitar.
It was a bass?
Oh, sorry. That's what it was.
It's a party in the USA.
Okay.
Play 107.
Okay, if the answer is honestly not yes, is there any way a dude can win when a woman says, hey, what do you think of this outfit?
Okay, so yesterday I went to Winners. I stopped in quickly to see if they had any nice bathing suits. I need an upgrade. I want a nice one piece. Yes, I still like to rock the bikini here and there, but I'm thinking I need something more family friendly now that my friends have children. Seeing their parents, grandparents, I need like a good one piece suit. Just to keep in rotation for certain things.
Sure.
And I don't own one. So I brought home a black one-piece halter top bathing suit yesterday. I wanted Ryder's opinion on it. So I tried it on. I was like, what do you think of this? Is it good? And he said, yeah, it's granny-ish.
I said it has...
It was black.
It has granny vibes.
How? What was granny-ish about it when it was a black one-piece halter top?
It like went... There was like an angled frilly unit.
No.
And then another angled frilly unit going the other way. Like
it had extra fabric in the stomach area. Okay,
yeah. What do you...
like bunched up kind of.
Stashing snacks in there? What do you need that for?
It's cute.
No, listen.
Okay.
The answer was no. And
then
anybody that was telling the truth would have said what I said.
No.
Like you would have had to have someone lie to you to say, yeah, that's the one.
So I'm sorry. I was like, wait, no, all the bathing suits are like that. That's the style. And then when I Googled 2021 one piece bathing suits, that's not the style.
No.
They're all kind of like lane swimming.
Yeah.
Bathing suits now.
Those look good.
What happened to the bunched up extra fabric that we were using to like hide the belly a bit? I thought that was still cool. Apparently it's not.
It's not in for 2021. It's in if you were born in 1961, though.
Okay. I got so mad at him, even though he was just being honest with me.
And
then
it was also nice. I was like, yeah, it looks nice. I just think it has like older woman vibes.
Yeah. Okay.
Like for someone that's buying their first one piece, I think you gotta think like maybe like a blue and white pinstripe, go red and embrace the like Baywatch look.
That's a good idea. We're getting texts in on where to find good bathing suits this year. Cassie said, surprisingly, check out Walmart and Superstore. They have great one pieces right now. Victoria's Secret definitely wouldn't be having the granny vibes that Jamie said to check there for cute one pieces. Okay.
Yeah, like I'm surprised you didn't roll home with like a floral unit.
Ryder.
It's time for a new segment here. It's called Let's Learn Ladies. This is for the fellas. If you have a question about things you don't understand, please fire away and Lisa will do her best, or we'll put it out there to the universe and some of our wonderful listeners will contribute to the answers.
Yeah.
So I started this a few minutes ago by wondering why, when you ask if I like something that you're wearing and I tell the truth, I'm in trouble.
Right. I don't get it either. I think it's because in my mind, I already kind of like it. So I just want that confirmation that I'm killing it. So when you have a different answer, then yeah, that looks great. I'm mad at you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
But at the same time, I still appreciate the honesty, even though I think you're wrong.
Shane said if it looks bad, the answer is you're too good for that one or something like that. Pretty solid answer.
Wow. And then went on to say, so far the wife hasn't gotten around on that one. So he obviously uses that line a lot.
Yeah. All right. So here's my next question. I got Sparkle and Sheen cleaners coming over to the house. They were actually part of the Play 107 auction, and I managed to scoop up one of the house cleanings.
Support local auctions. So good.
They're actually just heading over to the house right now to clean. Why? This is my question for ladies.
Yeah.
Why did you spend 3 hours cleaning last night for the cleaners?
I don't know, Ryder.
Like the house?
I honestly think we're all the same.
The house is spotless
I
this morning. I'm like,
know.
what are they going to come here and play video games?
But in my mind, I think, okay, well, I'll just clean the stuff that I'm used to cleaning, like the everyday stuff, like things out of their way, clothing out of their way, do the dishes, stuff like that. Because then they can focus on things that I never touch, like baseboards.
Okay.
Or dusting the top of cabinets. Who does that?
So
Not
anything
me.
that like you're comfortable, you know how to do quickly,
Yeah, I can
you'll
just
get
do
out of
it
the way
because
so they don't
then-
waste their time doing that.
Exactly. So that's the answer.
Okay.
And I don't think I'm alone. I think a lot of people do that. TU is listening right now. She gets a cleaner and does the exact same thing.
Cleans for the cleaner.
Cleans for the cleaner. We're
It's
just trying to help. We're trying to help.
But better go wash the car. But first, I'm going to wash the car at home. Like what?
Brent just texted in saying, why don't women tell you where they want to eat?
Good question.
That's a really good question. What is my answer? Ladies, get at us with your answer. Why is it so difficult for us to decide where we want to eat?
May I take a guess?
Yes.
Let's just say the top of mind answer isn't the healthiest choice, and you don't want to be the one to vocalize that that's what you want. But if maybe it's suggested, then it's not you that's... so you have somebody to blame your bad eating on.
Oh, you know what? That's
Is that
actually
possible?
really...
If I'm like KFC and you're like, yeah, but you'd never say...
No. Well... I don't know if I necessarily agree with that because my go-to answers are usually complex carbohydrates. So like I'm going for the pasta, the bread, the pizza.
Rebecca says the reason we don't pick where we want to go to eat is we always have to plan everything.
Ooh.
So take some initiative.
Plus, if you decide where you're going, does that mean you have to pay?
I don't think so. Not necessarily. We're asking really questions that we've always wondered, and Lisa and our lady listeners are doing their best to answer them. Some really good questions rolling in.
Yeah, Neil said, why do women get mad at guys over something that happened in their dream? It's not our fault that you dreamt about that, yet we're still in trouble. And that is a fantastic question.
Super good question.
I think it's because your brain thought of that for a reason. It could happen. It seemed realistic. And if it does happen,
You're not going to stand for it.
it's not good. But these things that you come up with in your head, these emotions that you went through, they're completely tangible. Like they could happen. So you wake up, they could.
No, you've gotten mad at me for like, you were really mean to me in my dream last night. And so then you're mean to me in real life. That's not fair.
Your mind doesn't know the difference. On a fundamental level, it happened in real life.
That's
so
ridiculous. We didn't get to the bottom of that one, Neil. Sorry. Doesn't make any sense. 780-784-7107. Hit us up with your questions. We'll do our best to answer them. We actually have Johnny in studio with us. He does the show after us.
who came running in, by the way, when he heard this segment.
So yours is about asking if you can go golfing this weekend.
Yeah, it's fine. Saturday's fine. No problem. Yep, that's fine. Why, when you say it's fine, it's never fine?
It is fine. She does want to have the house alone, but she's going to act like it wasn't fine.
Right.
You were gone too long,
Right.
and then she can
Okay.
use it against you. It's actually the perfect
Beers
plan.
after golf or beers not after golf?
It's fine.
No, it's not.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.